want to chat with you guys for a minute about this idea of homesteading and why I think really anyone can do it, even if you don't live on a farm. So I guess first you really need to explore what you think homesteading is. And to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have herds of cattle out on a pasture or 100 chickens in a coop or a whole yard full of vegetables. To me, homesteading is really just being as self-reliant as possible. What kind of skill set do you have? Are you resourceful with the things that you have? How much are you truly relying on others to meet your basic needs? 2020 was a fantastic example of just the importance of being able to take care of some basic things on your own when you couldn't even go out and get a haircut. I mean, what would it mean to you if you had the skill set to be able to cut your family's hair? What would it mean to you if you had a garden full of food? What would it mean to you if you knew how to cook that food from scratch? The good news is that all these things can be learned. There was a time very recently when I really did not enjoy being in my kitchen. I never really liked to cook, and there came a point where I just was really aware of our family's health and how the foods that we were eating were contributing to that. And I kind of went on this mission of learning to cook, enjoying how to cook, and doing it from scratch. There was just so much joy and so much accomplishment that came from knowing that I cooked this meal for my family from scratch. I didn't take it from a box. I made this by myself. And it made me think, how from scratch can we get? Can we grow a lot of this food that we've been buying from the grocery store? And what does that look like? For us, this year, that looks like planting a garden. It looks like getting some backyard chickens. In our future, it may look like getting some cattle, getting a milk cow. But for right now, those are the things that we can handle. And so those other things, we can help support a local farm by buying fresh meat, by buying fresh milk, buying fresh eggs until we have our own, and supporting somebody local in the area that's already doing that. So if you don't have the space to be able to have cattle, or your HOA doesn't allow you to have chickens, or you don't have enough space to grow a garden, could you do a container garden on your back deck? Could you become part of a community garden? Some areas would allow to have maybe up to 6 hens, but this goes back to being resourceful and being creative and not relying on big box stores to fill your needs, but falling back on relationships, building a relationship with a farmer, building a relationship with your neighbors, building a relationship at your local farmer's market. I've always said that you can learn anything on YouTube, and I'm here on the other side now, and I want to teach you how to do these things as we learn how to do these things. We've tried gardens before, we've had hens before, but there are some new things that we're going to get into this year that we're going to fail at. And I fully intend to share with you our failures just as much as our success, because that's really the point where you learn. So this year, will you commit to learn with me? Will you learn how to grow a garden? Will you learn how to cook from scratch? Will you learn some basic skills that you can implement no matter where you live? If you want to learn with me this year, hit that subscribe button so that we can do it together.